What's going on, YouTube fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. It's free. It helps get the video out there. Definitely watch this video to the end so you can hear the full story and all the details in the case. For my day one fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Oh yeah, feel free to share the channel with your peoples. Everybody is welcome. With that being said, let's get right into the story. If you have siblings and was fortunate enough to grow up in the same household with them, then I know you probably heard this early on. Family over everything. You and your brother or sister, make sure y'all look out for each other. If something goes down, have each other's backs. It's something about playing in the same yard, eating at the same dinner table, that just tightens that bond a little more as y'all grow up together, especially if y'all are around about the same age. Some people have siblings they might not even know or be that close to, not by their own fault. Maybe they had a different mother or father, live out of state, or papa was just a rolling stone. As y'all get older, y'all might choose to connect. Or for some people, they leave it how it is, feeling like, yeah, we blood, but I don't really know you like that. I know for me, I was the big brother to 3 little sisters, only boy. I love them to death, but I always wondered growing up what it would be like to have a brother close to my age. I felt we would be unstoppable. If I got into a beef, my brother would be right there. Friends acting fake and geeking, it wouldn't even matter because I got bro. But as I got older and observed other boys who had brothers, I quickly realized it's not always like that. I'm sure we all know a set of brothers close in age, grew up in the same household, but they are totally different from each other, like night and day, and probably don't even get along. Brothers fight, as most boys do, when they bump heads. But with blood, you should be able to shake hands, laugh it off, but sometimes it can be hidden jealousy, underlying hate, siblings turn to rivals, which is too common. Secret competitions that carry on from childhood to adults. Most of it is harmless, but every now and again, you will hear about a beef between siblings that goes too far. But I'm sure for anybody out there, you would never think your own blood would be the one to take your life. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we'll be taking it to Portland, Oregon, to discuss the case of a fight between twin brothers that turned fatal. Back in September 2022, 26-year-old Martese Oliver was a young man trying hard to navigate life in Washington state. He grew up in Tacoma, Washington. Martese was described as fun-loving, outgoing, and everyone called him Mr. Talented. From rapping, which he was known for, to dressing, which he took fashion very serious. Martese was on his grind with big dreams of making it in the music industry. If that didn't work, he knew whatever he put his mind to, he would be successful. When not building his social media following, he loved being with family. That was everything to him. The father of one, his baby boy, and Junior was his world, and he took fatherhood very serious. Martese also had a few brothers, in which he had a tight bond with all of them. But one of them in particular, his fraternal twin, 26-year-old Martre Oliver. The brothers depended on each other from a young age after their mother passed away from cancer when they were just toddlers. Over the years, as they got older, their bond seemed unbreakable. Martre would relocate as an adult and move to Fresno, California, but Martese would stay put in Washington. Martre would often come up to visit his brother though and hang out at Martese's apartment. In the evening of September 24th, 2022, it was no different. The two were together with 2 young ladies vibing and having fun when they decided to drive down to Portland, Oregon for a night out on the town. They spent hours in the downtown area, turning up, club hopping, before they decided it was getting late. Now about 3 a.m. on the 25th, they headed back to the room. They had booked the hotel at the Howard Johnson Motel on Northeast Sandy Boulevard. When they pulled up, it's not clear what happened, but the twins would get into a heated argument. The back and forth started getting out of hand. It turned into a physical altercation. Martese swung on his brother. As Martre fell, Martese started to walk over. When out of nowhere, multiple shots went off. Police was called to the motel to find Martese laying in the lobby suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the thigh that hit a main artery. He was unfortunately pronounced gone on the scene. About 10 minutes into the investigation, Martre pulled up, asking was his brother okay, claiming someone called him, telling him his brother had been shot, but he hadn't heard from him all day. After hearing the tragic news his brother didn't make it, he broke down and at first wasn't a suspect. He left the crime scene. The motel, being a troubled one in Portland, had multiple shootings in a short period of time, forcing them to get enhanced cameras to help with police investigations if anything was to happen. As police looked at the footage, it showed Martese pull up with another man. The two get out of an SUV, went back and forth before Martese walked over and punched the man. The other man falling and Martese running over when 3 flashes went off. Martese fell and tried to crawl as the other man fled the scene. As police looked closer at the video, one recognized the other man as Martre, Martese's twin brother. They were in shock. A few days later, he was tracked down, still staying at his brother's apartment in Washington. And with the video evidence, he was charged with second-degree hit. The family was devastated and couldn't believe Martre was pointed to as the shooter. As the case made its way to trial, Martre's lawyer argued it wasn't his client's intent to hurt his brother. It was never stated what the argument was about, but he pointed to the fact he came to visit his brother, they were hanging out, clubbing, and everything was good. Sean, it wasn't no malicious intent. Once it got to the video, his attorney pointed to the fact Martese swung on Martre first, almost knocked him out, then started to walk over. Not knowing if his brother came to help or put hands on him again, they claimed in self-defense, Martre upped his gun and shot. Prosecutors fought back, stating he could have just stayed on the scene, helped his brother, but Martre left, came back trying to be slick, lied, and said he didn't see his brother all day. It's not clear when did they drop off the young ladies they was with earlier that day, but they were never called to testify about the brothers' energy towards each other that day. Martre's lawyer basically said it was a lot more to the story than the video and stated Martre shot down from the ground, not up, meaning he had no intent to take his brother's life. The jury agreed. In the end, Martre was found not guilty on second-degree hit, but guilty on a lesser charge of manslaughter and was sentenced to 12.5 years in prison. Rest in peace to Martese. I send my prayers and condolences to their family, especially his son, his own twin. That's crazy. I'm sure Martre probably reacted out of anger and ego. Somebody put hands on you. But at some point, you gotta realize that's my brother. Look at the gun and tuck it before you shoot. But he made that split-second decision that changed everything. I know they probably fought all the time. That's what brothers do. I'm sure when Martese swung, he probably thought they would throw hands, go in the room, have a drink, and it would be over. But it went another way. I'm curious to know what y'all think about this one, fam. Who was wrong? Martre for upping the gun on his brother or Martese for putting hands on his brother? Let me know in the comments. And remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Yeah, man, that's a terrible story. Rest in peace to Martese. I definitely send my prayers to their family. But I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Y'all leave it in the comments. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. This is another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.